Hi loves, it's Elle and welcome back to my channel. It's so good to see you guys and happy Foundation Friday. Today we are trying a brand new launch from Fenty and we're going to give it a good wear test and tell you all about it. So before we get started, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. Alright, so today we're reviewing the brand new foundation from Fenty Beauty. It is called Ease Drop Blurring Skin Tint. So I guess it's not a foundation, it is a skin tint. It is $29.50. I bought color 7 and color 9. I'll tell you right off the bat, color 9 is pretty dark for me. It might be like my end of summer color when I'm tanning a little bit more, like, you know, my fake tan. But 7 is a pretty good match for me right now. Her shade range, as usual, is beautiful. It says it's a lightweight, buildable, light to medium coverage skin tint that leaves skin looking blurred and smooth and in flexible shades for all. And the coverage is light, and it's obviously, like I said, to medium. Finish is natural, which means it's a skin finish, which means it's very approachable for all skin types. It is gluten-free, vegan, and cruelty-free, paraben-free, and phthalate-free. Now, how they recommend is you have to shake it well, and I will agree with that because I opened one of these and it literally came out all over my pants. That's fun. So just be careful. It's very liquidy. So shake really, really well. It says apply a few drops to the fingers and or the full-bodied foundation brush, which is sold separately. I did not get that. Made to layer with your skincare and primer. The ingredients are pretty standard for most foundations. It is a dimethicone-based foundation. It is the second ingredient. So that is why it has the blurring technique to it, because dimethicone does blur the surface of the skin. So I'm not the biggest fan of how much dimethicone is in this foundation. So if you have any problems with dimethicone, this probably would not be the foundation for you, but if you don't, then it's definitely worth trying. But again, dimethicone is usually in ingredients like this or in products like this for the blurring or the smoothing capability of that ingredient, okay? So just FYI. And also the third ingredient, which I don't love, is talc. Now again, it's not in a powder form, so it's not as harmful to breathing that in, but it's something definitely to note if that is an issue for you as well. So I think we could have done a little bit better in ingredients here, to be honest with you, but the price is good and let's do it. There are no long-term, like long-wearing capabilities or claims that they have made for this foundation. It is supposed to just give you that beautiful summer skin. I'm just taking a little bit and I'm gonna do exactly what they say. I'm gonna dot it all over the face. Okay, and then we're gonna, you know, push it in. I have tried this once before, but just to make sure that the color was okay, that my skin didn't react from it, you know, that kind of a thing. So we are going to give this a nice wear test today. You know what I immediately love is about this foundation is it doesn't, even though it says it's a like a hydrating skin tint or a natural finish, it doesn't feel overly like, this is going to sound weird, it doesn't feel overly glowy or hydrating. So it's very approachable for a lot of skin types. It just honestly looks like skin. And as always, we'll go into natural light so you guys can see it on my phone as well. So you can get the whole gist. But here is literally not even a pump, it's like a half a pump. There we go. Yes. So I think it looks very pretty on the skin. It's basically undetectable. That's what's nice about this, is you can't really tell that you have anything on the skin. Let's see what happens when we build it up a little bit more. And I literally probably have only used not even a full, it's not a pump, it's a squeezy tube. So it's hard to say how much you actually used. But let's build this up a little bit more and see if I can get some extra coverage where I need it. Okay. So this is where we're at. I think it's really pretty. I just love the way that it feels on the skin. It is not heavy. It is, honestly, it just looks like skin. And I really, really, really enjoy that. So I have a full day in the salon today, or in the clinic. I'm just adding a little bit more right here and under my nose. Okay, so as I'm starting to build this up, it is, I can see a little bit of it getting kind of a little bit cakier in my pores. So for this foundation, it is obviously going to be like the name says, it is a skin tint. I would go with one kind of wash over the skin and call it a day. I don't know if I'm super into it being this built up, but it still feels really lightweight. It does not feel heavy at all. Forehead looks really good, but this is not going to cover up all of your imperfections. Again, that's not what this is for, but I don't know if I necessarily agree with the claims that it can be more of a medium coverage. I think this is just like a light coverage. Now, I understand that they say to use the brush that they sell separately, but I'm just going to use my little e.l.f. brush, and I'm going to just see what it does. I'm not usually a brush person. I don't think I would use a beauty blender with this. I think the hands are the way to go, or if you want to build up just a touch more coverage, you know, using a brush like this. Yeah, the brush does a nice job with it. This is just honestly an e.l.f. This is for their putty, but it works great for a foundation brush. So a brush does a nice job with this. I just think the hands push it into the skin, but you absolutely can use a brush. Like I said, I don't know if I would use a beauty sponge with this. I think it would shear it out too much. I think that hands and a brush are going to be your best friend for this. So yeah, brush did nice. But again, it's going to still be that light skin tint, so I'll let you guys see it. I don't think that I need to set this, but I might put a finishing powder over it, like the Elle finishing powder or the Kosas Cloud powder over it, just to make sure it has just a little bit longer wearability to it, because again, like I said, I am going to be in the clinic all day today, and I obviously have to wear a mask and a shield. So just keep that in mind, I think. So far so good. I think it's definitely fits the bill for a skin tint. I think it fits the bill for a really pretty summer spring foundation, but let's see how it wears. Let me finish this off and then I'll show you in natural light. All right, so I'm back, so everything's on. I did actually just put a very quick like brush over of the cloud powder from Kosas. Now, this is the one thing I will say. This foundation is absolutely appropriate for all skin types, but if you are more normal to dry, all that type of thing, you need to prep the skin properly, and I think this would be beautiful over an illuminating primer or an illuminating SPF. So how I'm going to wear this next time is I'm going to put my Josie Moran tinted SPF on, and then I'm going to put this on over it. And I think just for my skin type, because I am more normal to dry, just for my skin type, I would like a little bit more glow to this foundation. But overall, all in all, I think this looks really, really pretty. I am going to use my my Pure Haze Mist that I use a lot, just to add like my finish to it. I really enjoy a little bit more of a glowier appearance. But overall, all in all, it is very pretty. I think the price point is approachable. I think that there is quite a bit of product in here. It might last you a long time. There's 1.08 fluid ounces in there, so it's a little bit more than a standard foundation. And you don't need very much to get a really nice, flawless look. So let's go into natural light. All right, so here we are in natural light. This is the typical place I do it in, at my front door. I think it looks really pretty. I absolutely think it looks very wearable and looks just like skin. It feels like I have zero on right now. Literally nothing on my skin. So whatever you guys think, I would love to hear your feedback in the feedback section, in the comments section, and let me know what you think. I think, oh, there's my little momos. But I think it's really pretty. So let's see how it holds up the rest of the day. I'll see you in a little bit. Hi loves, it is about 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours of wear, and I think it's held up quite well. It definitely has come off on my nose, but again, I have a really bad allergy, so I touch my nose kind of a lot or blow it. So FYI, nose is a little bit coming off, but the rest of it I think looks really, really nice. It really hasn't changed that much, but I'm going back into my appointments and I will see you in a little bit. All right, love, so I'm just about to take Gray to an appointment, and this is about 6, almost 7 hours of wear, and it really has kind of come off all around the nose area, and honestly, it's because I had a mask on and I had steam going, but I would say that the rest of the complexion looks pretty darn good. I like it. What do you guys think? Are you going to be trying it? It honestly is a throw-on foundation for... I really think spring and summer. It's going to be that kind of go-to quick, you know, skin tint. So what do you guys think? I'm happy I have it. I will obviously be, in my opinion, using it with a illuminizing primer just to give it a little bit more moisture, because it doesn't feel like tight or dry right now, but it does feel a little bit like it is lacking some hydration. So anyway, let me know what you guys think of this, and I'll see you on the next one. Lots of love from me to you. Bye, loves.